Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water. Take your
breath.
Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take your breath. Now, grab your
glass of some water. Man, come on, family. Come on in, family. I want to make sure I tell you first, welcome to the Daily Spark. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Most importantly, comment, because I want to hear what's on your mind. Let's have a conversation. You hear something you like, make sure that you put Ashe in the comments, wherever you commenting from. All right, hey, let's get it. I forgot something. Hold on. Left my haiku book out on the porch. I wanted to go out and get it so I can make sure I hit y'all with these haikus so that you can kind of understand where I'm coming from just a little bit. Because I know some of these days it'd be a little bit mixed up, but there's a method to the madness, or there's a madness to the method. I don't know, but either way, we're gonna work it out. Now, before I jump into this, I want to say great Umoja to each and every last one of y'all. We are on Umoja, yes, y'all, and you don't stop. We are in the week of Ujima, and we are in the cycle of Ujima, so we're gonna give the Ujima babies a round of applause too, because this is your week. Man, we're gonna have a triple Ujima coming up here real soon. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. All right, so let's move on. Let me start off with my haikus before I jump in, all right? Because the proverb is going to be in here, and I know the algorithm is going to be in here as well. So, and I'm going to read those just in case too. So first, let's read the proverb of the day before we get in. No, I'm not going to read that. They're going to be in here. My haikus. When you cut your chains, you take one of many steps to freeing yourself. Ooh, is that Brother Haiku? The next one, if one is enslaved, then we all are in bondage. Let's all get freedom. All right? Hold to your freedom, but do not cut away roots. They connect to past. Are we haikuing? Are we haikuing? Yes, don't stop. So I wanted to get those out because you'll hear pieces of them throughout this piece. But it sparked. If you want to hear the original message, go join the Telegram group. This is the rewritten version made for the podcast. All right, sticking to the script. All right, here we go. Here is the official haiku. Roots deep in the soil. Chains fall from the heavy wrist. One pulse, we survive. So I want you to pull up a chair. I want you to take a deep breath, deep belly breath. Pull it down into your belly. Feel your lungs from the bottom all the way up and allow your spirit to settle. We are standing at a powerful crossroads today. We are on an Umoja day, and we are in the cycle of Ujima. We are in the week of Ujima. So the sky might be heavy with rain over East Columbus. That's where I'm at right now. But the frequency inside our circle is blindingly clear. Today we are vibrating under the royal deep purple frequency of Umoja. Once again, giving Umoja babies around the clock. But look closer at the cosmic architecture. While Moja is our daily anchor, we have officially stepped into the larger 49-day cycle. We in a 49-day cycle of Ujamaa, right? And we are in the week of Ujamaa. This means we cannot look at unity as a static, feel-good concept. We have to look at it through the lens of execution. How does Umoja fuel Ujamaa? How does unify our internal world and our immediate community give power to our collective labor? Not just our collective labor, but to our collective resources. The ancestors left us a vital diagnostic warning from the heart of Uganda to help us navigate this terrain. If you cut your chains, you free yourself. If you cut your roots, you die. The matrix we live in specializes in serving us a counterfeit, toxic version of freedom. It markets as individualistic, lonely, hyper-independent hustle. It tells you that making it means detaching from your family, ignoring your community, and outgrowing your culture. It wants you to believe that true liberation is standing completely alone on a cold hill, looking down on the valley of your people. But a tree that tears its own roots out of the soil just to escape being tied down isn't free. It's dead. True liberation demands that we use our strength to sever the chains of outside oppression while sinking our roots deeper into our history, our heritage, and our collective consciousness. Look at how history rhymes on this very day, June 22nd, and we moving right past. We are in the time of the solstice, family. So I want to say happy solstice to some of y'all out there. Get down like that. Look at how history rhymes. On this very day, June 22nd, the universe witnessed a massive physical and legal chains being shattered. In 1772, the Somerset case ruling declared that slavery had no legal basis under English common law, cracking the legal chains of thousands. In 1938, now of course that was in England, right? Guy went over to England, white guy went over to England, took black man with him. Once the black man hit the soil, he played the system and beat him. Beat that white man, got his freedom. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that meant in 1772. But anyway, used the system to his advantage and not only freed himself, but gave other people ideas on how to free themselves. In 1938, the mighty Joe Louis stepped into the ring at Yankee Stadium and knocked out Max Schmeling in the first round, utterly dismantling the global propaganda of the Aryan supremacy, right? Or should we just say narcissism? In 1944, the signing of the GI Bill sliced through economic barriers for millions, but it didn't really work that well for us. I just want to throw that out there. But notice the pattern. Cutting the chain is only the first step. Joe Louis didn't step into the ring as an isolated individual fighting for a personal bag. He carried the hopes, the prayers, the tears, and the spiritual roots of millions of black people. His knockout power was drawn directly from the soul of our collective soul. If we do not recognize that freedom is shared internal reality, we will simply walk around with invisible mental chains. To step into true self-mastery is mapped out in the foundational haiku and old principles for a new millennium. The haiku by High Tim is available. Old Principles for New Millennium is not ready, and it's not really a public book. But I gave the ancestral intelligence, the AI, access to all my writings. We must adopt a subtractive approach. We don't need to add more burdens to do more things. We need to scrape off the toxic buildup. We must shed the false script of us versus them that causes petty competition, gossip, and division within the tribe. We must delete the viral code that tells us we are separate. All right? When we look at our traditional African structure, an individual wrong was a reflection of the collective. If a brother or sister stumbled, the whole tribe stepped in to repair the breach, share the resources, and endure the hard times together. You are a single, vital cell in a mighty body. When the body thrives, you thrive. Let us drop the weight of isolation today and lean into our roots and recognize that we are one. Now, I want to apologize because I did not put the algorithm. The algorithm for today, actually, it covered two algorithms. It did last week's algorithm. It did this one today. I delete the us versus them code and install the we are one frequency. Once again, I delete the us versus them code and install the we are one frequency. Last time, say it with me. I delete the us versus them code and install the we are one frequency. Yo, this is Brother High Tim. I want to thank you for joining us, and you know what that means. You are now listening to Nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.